In this video, we'll take a look at how we can set up Outlook for Office 365. So to begin, we have our Windows 7 workstation where Outlook is installed. So going to the Start menu, going to All Programs, and we see Outlook 2016. Now, the easiest way to set up Outlook is to simply use the automated method. So if you know what your email address is and if you know what your password is, then it can be quite easy to set up. So when you launch Outlook 2016 after the installation, you'll receive the welcome screen. Go Next. And then lastly, do you want to set up Outlook to connect to an email account? And of course, you're going to say yes in most cases. Go Next. And here now it's going to ask you for your name. So I just want to use my Matt Foster user. Specify the email address. On your email address information, and keep in mind now the information I'm using here is my Office 365 user account information. Of course, if you have an internal email address and you have your own mail server, then of course you can use that as well. And keep in mind that you can use this client to also connect to other third-party email providers, POP and IMAP accounts. You can connect it to your Google account. It does require some additional configuration for Google. You can set it up to point to your own Exchange server. Your Yahoo as well, if you're using yahoo.com, Yahoo email, then you do have to perform additional configuration in order to allow Outlook to connect to your Yahoo account. But you can certainly do that. If you're using Outlook.com for email and you connect to your Outlook.com email address, you just need to know things such as the account type, which typically would be IMAP, and then the name of the incoming and the outgoing mail server used by Outlook.com. Don't forget the port. And of course, if you have a secure connection, then SSL needs to be turned on. The port used by the outgoing mail server, which would be your SMTP server. And of course, if you're using an encrypted connection. Now, if the automated setup fails, then you can also use the manual option as well. And as you can see, manual setup or additional server types allows you to type in the information for things such as your outgoing mail server, your incoming mail server, your SMTP server, and all this sort of settings that you require. I'm going to try the automated method here using my Office 365 logon account. Provide the password for that account. And when I've typed in that information, go Next. And it does a search. So it's asking or looking up, see if it can find imposterbroker.com, and this is looking for it on the Office 365 login. And so in this case, just looking for the password again. And of course, you can select to save your credentials. If it successfully finds it, you'll see the check mark appear here, and that logs onto the server. And as you can see, I've successfully configured Outlook. You can add additional accounts, as you can see. So if you wanted to add another account there, you can do so. So this allows you to have multiple accounts within the same Outlook application. So if you want to add your Gmail or Yahoo, Outlook.com, and so on, then you can add those there as well. I don't want to do that. So it connects to my Office 365 email, and then of course it loads it up. So that's how easy it is to configure Outlook 2016.